Hello, everybody. This is Longshank78 coming at you with my top 50 books. Before I get to that, I'd like to do a couple shout outs to newer YouTubers. I meant to do this one my last haul, but I just forgot. So sorry, man. I have to shout out Anthony Chacon. He's got he's put out a couple of vids, and he picks up good stuff at cheap prices. So let's get his sub count up. So sub him up, guys. And the other one is DarkKnight Comics. It looks like he's been watching for a while, and then he just decided to make a video. I think he's got 1 or 2 videos. I'm not 100%. I don't remember anymore. But he's got, I think, yeah. So his sub count's kind of low right now, so maybe you guys could bump him up too. I'll put both their links in the description, so that's cool. So, all right, we'll go back to the top 50. I've done this. This will be the 3rd time I do this video. So this time, I think I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna do the top 50 books I got for $5 or less. So and maybe I could show them books I never really show, like this book. Like, I've had this book for a long time. Well, let me start off by saying when I started collecting, it was before like Wizard came out, and I would just pick up like Spider-Man stuff. I don't know, I was random. I didn't really know about comic book stores either. I think I was with my dad at a newsstand, and I picked up Wizard #1. Well, he bought it for me. And then that's what I noticed, like all these, like if you go through their price list, their price guide, you can see all the first appearances. And then I was like amazed, like things like this weren't really going for anything. Like First Apocalypse is like a major X-Men villain. I'm like, it's either Magneto or this guy, or like, you know what I mean? But I couldn't afford Magneto. So then like this is when I actually started making lists. So my only mistake I made is picking up one copy that was clean, and then that was good. Like I didn't go for like doubles or whatever. So whatever, we'll start off with this. This is X Factor number 6, first appearance of Apocalypse. I think I picked this up for $2. Yeah, cool. This was like in the 90s, guys. Another one I picked up in the 90s. Like, he was popular, but I guess his popularity had waned. This is the Omega Men number 3. I picked this at a convention up for $5. It's first appearance of Lobo. This guy had like a stack like this big. All of this. I just picked up a nice copy, and that was good. This is the Avengers number 8, first appearance of Kang. This was like in the early 2000s, I think. I walked into a comic book store. I wasn't really, like, I was still buying books, but mostly just new stuff. And then this store, for some reason, had like 2 little short boxes, and I asked the guy, like, what's up with these books? He didn't have any prices on them. And he's all like, oh, anything in there is $5 a piece. So, you know what? I picked up a lot of Avengers and other random stuff. There's other stuff I picked up that I don't have in this, like here. Like, I picked up the first Molten Man, second Green Goblin, just other stuff, random stuff. But I thought this was cool. $5, I'll take it. I always like this cover. This I picked up at a con. This is like another book nobody cared about. I think only speculators really did, because it's not like they were all over the place. Like, they were still kind of tough to find, but like in the guide, they'd be like $5, like $10 tops. So this was at a convention. I think they had them all on the floor. So you had to like really dig, and they were all 50 centers. So I got in there, like, well, back then I used to be able to do that. Now I'm like, too old, too out of shape. This is Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man number 64, first appearance of Cloak and Dagger, 50 cents. This is another one that nobody cared about. This funny thing about this is Avengers 196. This is considered the first appearance of Taskmaster. This wasn't, back when I was collecting, it wasn't the first appearance of Taskmaster. 195 was. I just picked them up both. Whatever. Now 195 is considered the cameo. It's funny how things change. Like, when you come back to this, like the speculation stuff, you're like, what the hell? What happened? This wasn't the first appearance before. But whatever. Picked this up for $2 at a comic book store. This was actually at the same convention I picked up the Cloak and Dagger. This is Savage She-Hulk number 1, first appearance of She-Hulk, 50 cents. Another one that was at that same convention, The Man Called Nova number 1, first appearance of Nova, 50 cents. This one I picked up at Frank and Sons. The guy practically like begged us to take him. I was there with Weapon X. He picked up 2 copies. I picked up this copy. This is Star Wars number 1. I guess was this during the, I don't know if it was during the prequels or before the prequels. I don't know. Like, Star Wars speculation was kind of like me. I got it for $5. Honestly, I didn't even want it. I just took it just because the guy was like, "Oh, come on, it's only $5." Like, all right, whatever. now. That's cool. I'm glad that guy talked me into it. This book was always popular, but it wasn't really pricey back then. This guy had like a stack of like a lot of these too for like $5. This is another guy. This is a Batman: The Killing Joke, first print, $5. Like I think it was like at the most like a $15 book back then. This is the one. This one I just picked up off the rack. Like I try not to show too many of these. Probably had like 2 or 3 of these because it's not really the same. You know, it's like digging for them. But I mean, I guess if I was smart enough to pick it up, which I wasn't really, because I thought this was something new, and I had picked up all the other ones where like, you know, the single stories are in. And then when I picked it up, it's like, oh man, it's just a reprint. I was kind of annoyed, but whatever. This is What If Venom Possessed Deadpool #1. I picked this up for cover price, which was $3 back then. Well, actually, I got 20% off cover price, so even cheaper. Yeah, I was happy when I found out how much it was going for, though. This was at a store in San Diego. They had like a dollar bin. Actually, Weapon X actually found this, and he let me have it. I paid $1 for it. He's just like, yeah, here. Like, I think I gave him the first Infinity Gauntlet. I found that in there for like $2. I already had that, so he let me have this. So first appearance of Jessica Jones for $1. This is already when the Netflix series was already gonna come out, so that was a good find. This is Daredevil: The Man Without Fear #168, first appearance of Elektra. I got this for $1. This store used to be a comic book store, then it became like an antique store. This was on Melrose. It's gone now. And the guy just had like boxes and boxes of stuff back there, and I just pulled out like almost the entire Frank Miller run, except for like 2 issues, and none of the keys. There was none of the keys. Like all the keys were in there. So yeah. So that's it, I guess. Yeah, I actually picked up other stuff there. This book. I picked up this book. This is another one where this guy had a stack like this. This is Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars #8. Famous because of the black suit. This was the black suit book back in the days. Like nobody gave a rat's ass about Amazing Spider-Man. Was it 252? I have it. I have that too. Like I bought it and I don't remember buying it. Like it's in my boxes. But this was the book. Like I don't know what all of a sudden when I came back to like speculation, the other book was the book, and I was like, okay. I don't remember that being the case back then, but whatever. Oh, I got this for $1. This is another one I bought off the rack. Good thing I bought the second print too. It's not in this, but this is Amazing Spider-Man #361. This is the one I got it for $1.25. First appearance of Carnage. It's pretty cool. Yeah, this is the one I was just buying it every week, and it was like my bad luck was I used to pick it up on like Fridays, or like when I used to be able to get a ride to go get this stuff, and then like sometimes like the stuff I was looking for was missing. Like that's why I didn't get like Amazing Spider-Man 300, and I couldn't get like the first New Mutants like Cable. That was gone. Stuff like that, like because that stuff kind of got hot like immediately. So whatever, I ended up getting it later, but it was kind of annoying back then. So this is DC Comics Presents #26, first appearance of the New Teen Titans. I found this in my first trip to New York. I think I went in, when was it, 2006? Yeah, I just found it in the boxes. I was like going through the boxes. I took my old list. Yeah, so that was cool. $2. Another one I found in New York was this. This is Batman #357, first appearance of Killer Croc and what's his face? Whatever. Guy becomes Red Hood. I picked this up for $2. The funny thing is, I knew I had it, and then like when I didn't know about that there was a second print, and then when I found out there was a second print, I just assumed I had the second print. And I looked it up, and I was like, oh, all right, like dodged a bullet there. I kind of want the second print too, though, so I can have them both because I want it all. I picked this up at like one of those small cons. This is Batman 635, first Red Hood. I think somebody like, well, not somebody, a couple guys on like they were making vids, they were like hyping it up, but the price wasn't really going up, so I didn't really care. And then like, I think Weapon X was like, hey, you want this first Red Hood? And I was like, $2. I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll take it. And then later on, I think like literally like a week later, it exploded to like an $80 book. I was like, okay, good thing I picked that up. Found this Catwoman 51, I guess famous Adam Hughes cover, and it's got the numbers from the Lost TV show on it. I got this for $1 at a comic book store. This guy had a bunch of Catwoman stuff. Got lucky with that one. This is Shazam #28, first I guess modern appearance of Black Adam. Well, appearance since his first appearance in the Golden Age. I think he only came out in one issue and died or something. I picked this up the day before The Rock was cast as Black Adam. Yeah, I went to a store and then like I looked in their section, it wasn't there, and I asked the guy, "Oh, do you have anything? Do you have any other like? Would you have Shazam somewhere else?" And he had like a little small box right there on the side. He's like, "Well, I got this. That was in there. First Isis was in there, $5 a piece." The next day, the thing was like $100. I think it's not that much anymore, but it was crazy. These prices go nuts. This is Swamp Thing number 37. First appearance of John Constantine. Found this for 50 cents at a comic book store. They were having a sale. They had that stuff on the floor. I was digging through there. I went through all the boxes. Right before I got to the last box, the owner walks in and he went through that last box and he pulled out a Silver Surfer number 1, the first series. And he was going crazy on his employees, but I was like, man, I was so close. If I just moved a little faster. Still don't have that book. Whatever, 50 cents. That's cool. This is FF number 14. This is the 1 in 50 Venom variant. Funny thing about these Venom variants, like I knew about them because I'd seen them in vids, whatever, and I knew that they were popular when they first came out. I guess not when they came out. Later on, they got really pricey. Like I didn't really have them on my list because I knew about them. I decided to write them down on a list. Literally, like 2 days later, I go to a store and then I find one. It just made me laugh because I didn't have it yet. I just put it on the list and boom, I find one. So I was lucky. Whoa, there's my crazy ass dog howling at something. Sorry, guys. So I got this for $4. This is Ultimate Spider-Man number 1. I guess, is it a 1 per store or some kind of retailer thing? I don't know. Like I went into a comic book store and some guy was trying to convince me to get into it because I guess he read the first issue. And then he had run out. And he still had this one. And he's all like, you know what? I'll give you this one for cover price. I'm like, okay. I'll take it. Like I wasn't really interested, but he just kept trying to convince me. Like I was hating on the Ultimate Universe at first. When it came out, I was like, what the hell do I want to get into a different universe and blah, blah, blah. But I came around. Yeah, this was, what the hell is cover price? $2.99? Yeah. This is Walking Dead number 2. Like, I think I was reading a Wizard magazine when they were like, it was like voted the best new series or something. And it was already like around, I don't know what team, like issue 13, 14 or something. And then, so I started backtracking looking for the older issues. And this one is actually going for more than the first one at this point. It was like a $100 book already. And I found it at my store under Miscellaneous W. I think that's the only reason it was still there. So, Walking Dead number 2, first appearance of his son, Lori, and a couple other characters. Yeah, I got this for 20% off cover price. This Defenders, I think, is the second one of these Venom variants, 1 in 50 variants I found. Defenders number 2, 1 in 50 variant. I just said it. It was $4. Yeah, I was so happy when I found this. Like, whoa. Yeah, little did I know the deluge. Like, if you've been watching my videos, people know what's going to be following this stuff. This is Fantastic Four number 602. Found this in a dollar bin. Wasn't even in a bag and board. I was like, what the hell? All right, $1. I'll take it. Another one I found in a dollar bin. I actually found this one first, but I actually like this one better, so I'm kind of like, they're sort of in order, but not really. This is Secret Avengers number 21, the 1 in 50 Venom variant. $1. This is the Spawn Thank You 1 per store. I actually picked this up not even the day it came out, like that weekend. I was like out of town. I hit up some store, and it was just there sitting on the rack. I was like, oh, cool. And like, it didn't have a price, so I was kind of worried. Like maybe he's gonna go up there and look it up on eBay or something. Apparently, the reason it was still there was the guy doesn't buy Spawn books. Like the comic book store, he doesn't order Spawn. So I guess people just assumed, he doesn't get Spawn books, so he's not gonna get it. But I guess every store got one anyway. So he had it there. Said some guy was looking at it and he was like, oh, maybe if it's still here, I'll pick it up later. I'm like, what the hell? Whatever. So he sold me this for, I guess, $3.99. I guess that's what he was like, what Spawn books normally go for, the cover price. Weapon X actually gave this to me. It was an A-OK, which is pretty cool. It's Green Lantern number 55. I think it's a 1 in 10, but it's a pricey book. He found it in a dollar bin, so to me it counts. And he let me have it, so I got it for free. Very cool. Shout out to him. There's another Venom variant I found. This is probably the one I paid the most for. I think I paid $5 for this one. It's Captain America number 7, the 1 in 50 Captain America Venom variant. Very cool. I remember when this got big, like I'd been to this store and I kind of like smoked through that store. Like I destroyed it, like finding every key I could find. And I know I remembered seeing this there because I'd gone through every box. So as soon as this thing got popular, like boom, I know where to get it. The second print, there was like another copy and another copy for Weapon X, so we were cool. So yeah, I picked this up for cover price. This is the Amazing Spider-Man number 9. First appearance of Miss Marvel as Captain Marvel. This is the one I just picked up now. This is in my last haul. Vengeance #1, though I guess it's the 1 in 50. First appearance of America Chavez. I already picked up 2 for cover price, so I guess I've been lucky. This is Amazing Spider-Man #15, first appearance of Craven. This was also in that box where I picked up the first, what's his face? That Avengers book. First appearance of Kang. I got it for $5. I wish there had been more. Well, I guess there was more Spideys, but older Spideys, I guess. This is Incredible Hulk #4. I got the $4. This is a 1 in 50 Venom variant. This is New Mutants '98. First appearance of Deadpool. Like, I picked this up a couple years later. It was still worthless at the time, so nobody cared, so I found it for $1. Yeah, like I think I backtracked because I got into Deadpool because some other book got me into Deadpool, and I started buying every Deadpool appearance. So good thing I did, because a lot of those books went up. I got that for $1. I don't know if I said that. This is New Teen Titans #2, first appearance of Deathstroke. I went to a store and he had like a box of unprocessed stuff on the floor, and I asked him about it. He's all like, yeah, go through it and I'll just price it. So I pull this out, and then he sees the price like for it, and he said, oh, it can't be this. Like, I guess it was too expensive. So he went to the next series, and he was all like, oh, okay, I'll give it to you for $2. So I wasn't gonna say anything. I don't have it. Like, honestly, if I had it, I think I would be like, you know what, this is this, but nah, I want it. So that was cool. $2. This one I got in Denver. I went to a comic store in Denver. Salvation Run #7. I don't know what is it, 1 in 50 or is it 1 in 20? I don't remember what the variant with ratio is. It's a Neal Adams Joker cover. Very cool. I guess it had like a price of, I don't remember if it was 10 or $12. And then when I went to the register, the guy's like, oh, this price is wrong. And I was like, oh man. And he's like, this should be $5. And I was like, okay. So yeah, I got this for $5. That was very cool. I got this. I remember how I couldn't find it when it came out. This is New Mutants #87, first appearance of Cable. I went to some like a shitty convention. Like, it wasn't really. It was like kind of like G.I. Joe / comic books, but it was like mostly G.I. Joe. It's like all day. The only thing I picked up was like the first appearance of Forge for like $2 or something, which is pretty lame. And I was like, this is a waste of time. On the way out, this guy had that stuff on his wall. Yeah, and then like whatever, I deal with him. Like, if you want to know like, the whole exchange, you should watch my original 1 in 50. I mean, my top 50 books, whatever. So I ended up getting this for $5, and I ended up getting this for $5. He had them both. It was Amazing Spider-Man #300. This is like in the early 2000s. Like, these books had kind of like dropped, or like people just really didn't care. I don't know, whatever. But I got this for $5. Amazing Spider-Man #300, first appearance of Venom. Very cool. This is another Venom 1 in 50 Venom variant. This is Wolverine and the X-Men #4. I got this for $4. This is the Dirty Pair Run from the Future. The Neal Adams. The hell am I talking about? Adam Hughes variant. I got this for 50 cents at a convention. We had it in there, no bag and board, nothing. I actually found another one for a pretty good deal, but I gave that one to Weapon X. So that was cool. I'll take that for 50 cents. Incredible Hulk 102. I got this for free. A buddy of mine, he used to collect comics, and then, I don't know, he came up on these. I know he didn't buy them. Maybe somebody gave them to him or something. So to me, it still counts. Yeah, so he's like, you know what? Like, he knew I still collected, so he just gave me the stuff. He gave me this Incredible Hulk 102, the premiere issue, and he gave me this Captain America 100, the premiere issue, free. He also had the Journey into Mystery Annual, first appearance of what's his name, Hercules. Yeah, he gave me that too, but it's not in here. Didn't make the cut. This is Spawn. Well, not Spawn. This is what the hell is this called? The Malibu Sun, was it 13 or whatever? Yeah, this is the one with the Spawn cover, and it's also the one with the error negative. I got this for free too. Like, I went to my shop, and he had a stack of books. They weren't even bags and boards. I guess somebody brought in their collection, but it was all junk, basically. This was just on top, like sitting there. And like, this is when I first started watching videos, and I think I'd seen it in Mercenaut's video. So that's the only reason I grabbed it. I really didn't know what the hell it was going for or anything. I was like, I went through it. I just pulled this out. And I'm like, what do you want for this? And he's all like, just take it. So I was like, oh, cool, whatever. And then like I didn't even know about this. Like when I found out about the air thing, I turned it around and yep, I got the air. I was like, oh man, like I really came up. So yeah, that was free. Very cool. This is Ghost Rider #1. I think it's a 1 in 75 Neal Adams variant. Got this for $5. I left the store and then I had to drive all the way back because I looked it up when I left like an idiot, like when I was already home. So I went to go and picked it up. This is the Invincible Iron Man #512. I think this is the best of the 1 in 50 Venom variants I have. Yeah, I picked this up for $4. Very cool. Found this Wonder Woman 38. I think it's a 1 in 100 Finch variant. Got this in a dollar bin. Yeah. It's funny because I knew about it because I seen it in videos. That's a good thing about watching vids, man. But I really didn't know like this is like the Wonder Woman variant to own. Like I didn't know that until I got it. I got this at a convention. This is Supergirl and the Legion of Superheroes #23, the 1 in 10 variant. Adam Hughes. Literally just walked in. First guy I went to. He had like 2 bins for $1, and boom, there it was. I pulled it out. Some guy saw me pull it out, and he started going crazy through the other box. But this was the box. I was like, wow. I was like, that's it, I'm set. I think that was like one of my best ones. I think this is the one where I found all those Raphaels for like $2.50. First appearance of Raphael, I had like a stack of 10 or whatever it was. That was a good con. And whoa, I don't want these things sliding. This is Moon Knight #1, the 1 in 75 Bill Sienkiewicz variant. They were having like one of those holiday sales, so everything was half off. So I guess they had it there for 10. And I ended up getting it for $5. It was just in the bin. I was like, I didn't really know anything about it, honestly. And I pulled it out, and I was like, oh, I wonder if this is worth taking. I was like, oh, yep, $5. This is Amazing Spider-Man #29, first appearance of the Punisher. This is my first like holy grail book I have ever owned. I was like 13, 14, I think. Yeah, I went to a store. The guy had it in his wall behind him. It was like a really tiny store. And then I wouldn't even ask because I know what the hell this is. Everyone should know. And then the guy was like, oh, I'm like, how much is that book back there? And he was like, I don't know if he wasn't the owner or I don't know if that guy just worked for him because they didn't have a price on it. The guy's like, oh, $10. I was like, $10? I was like, can I see it? Like, I just assumed like everything was missing in it or something. Yeah, and I look at it and then like, because there's like a little, like someone's like scribbled on it under the P, I guess to check their pen if it worked. I'm like, oh, this thing's got writing on it, but I was just being dumb. And the guy's like, all right, $5. Like, I wasn't even trying to get a lower discount, but I ended up getting it for $5. So, yeah, I was so excited to find this. It was awesome. And this is Werewolf by Night, #32. I went to a store that mostly focuses on, like, graphic novels and, like, just newer stuff, basically. So I guess people are taking their collections there. So I found this, it was like in a bag issue, Wolf by Night 30 to 42. Like you've heard the story before if you've seen my other stuff. And $18. So this book came out to what, $1.38? As I knew that what it was, like I knew 32 what it was. So like, yeah, I grabbed it and like I was out of there. And the reason I put this book too at the end too, because this is what I credit for like making, or this was the reason I joined the comic book community on YouTube, because I found this, I was excited. I guess I shared it with Weapon X, but like other than that, I really don't have anybody else to like, hey, check it out, look what I found, like, be excited about it. So I went on YouTube to look out, maybe people make comic book videos, and bam, like I found all these videos like Mercena, Lightning, like all these guys that were in there, Vin Crew. I was like, what the hell? I was like, what's going on? When did this happen? And then like, yeah, they got me into it. I probably like watched for like a year or two, and then I guess I decided to start making videos. But yeah. That's my top 50, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope I didn't ramble too long.